Some minds never stay quiet. Even in moments that look peaceful from the outside, there's a storm inside replaying conversations, imagining outcomes, questioning every small detail. It's not because someone wants to think this much. It's because their mind has learned to stay loud, louder than reality, louder than logic, louder than the present moment. Overthinking isn't just thinking too much. It's a constant noise that follows you everywhere. It shows up when you're trying to sleep, when you're working, when you're around people, and even when you're alone. It's the feeling of being exhausted by thoughts you never asked for. It's wanting silence but being trapped in a mind that won't stop talking. People often think overthinking only happens in relationships, but it's everywhere. It happens in self-worth, when you question if you're enough. It happens in friendships, when you replay what you said and wonder if you sounded strange. It happens at work, when one small mistake becomes a whole story in your head. It happens in decisions, even simple ones, because choosing feels risky. It happens with the past, when your mind replays moments you can't change. And it happens with the future, when uncertainty feels too big to trust. Overthinking isn't tied to one situation. It's tied to how deeply someone feels. A loud mind is usually a scared mind, not weak, just scared. Overthinking often comes from fear. Fear of being hurt, fear of failing, fear of losing control, fear of repeating something painful. So the mind tries to protect you by analyzing everything. It believes that if it can predict the worst, maybe it can prevent it. This isn't overthinking for no reason. It's the brain trying to keep you safe. Every overthinker has a story. A moment when something unexpected broke their trust. A time when they didn't see the pain coming. A memory that taught them, you have to stay alert. Since then, the mind has been on guard, watching everything, questioning everything, doubting everything. Not because it wants to ruin your peace, but because it remembers what it felt like to be blindsided. But the same mind that tries to protect you also ends up hurting you. It creates problems that don't exist. It imagines endings that haven't happened. It makes you relive moments that are already over. It keeps you awake at night, replaying things you can't fix. The fear that once kept you safe now keeps you stuck. Overthinking isn't a flaw, it's a response. A response to uncertainty, to past pain, to the fear of losing something important. It's the mind saying, I'm scared. I don't want to go through that again. And that fear shows up in every part of life, not just love, not just relationships, but everywhere your heart has something to lose. If your mind is loud, it's because it's trying to protect a heart that has felt too much. You're not broken. You're not dramatic. You're someone who remembers deeply, feels deeply, and fears quietly. And even if your thoughts feel overwhelming, you don't have to face them alone. You're stronger than the noise in your mind.